Hello everyone, it's Simon here from Higher Plane Games. Hope you are having a great weekend. I plan on doing quite a few different live streams this evening, potentially, but the one that I really wanted to do was part 4 of Heaven's Vault. We've had some people that have come along for each stream so far to enjoy themselves and enjoy seeing the game in action. Some people I know have actually bought it as well and are having a bit of a different journey compared to me, so I'm really intrigued to see how that plays out for everyone. I'd be very interested if you pop it in the comments. So I'm going to be playing through this. I don't know how long we've got in the game actually left, but yes, Alia's search for the roboticist Yannicki Renba has ended with the wreckage of his ship. Renba was looking for the vault, an ancient observatory he believed to hold the only hope of preventing a darkness from overtaking the nebula. But why had Renba been hiring labourers from Elbereth? Who knows, who knows? Perhaps other ancient sites like the mysterious Weathering Palace mentioned by the ancient recording will yield more clues. Let's see how we get on. I found this game absolutely fascinating so far. I've really enjoyed it. So I hope other people haven't minded me doing a Let's Play. I've tried to get rid of these off the channel because they don't... People ask for Let's Plays but don't necessarily then watch them. Which is why I'm more focused on reviews, but who knows? Quick swig of drink and let's get going. Non-alcoholic, don't worry. So you could rest. Take a look at that. We've got the river over there, so we could actually go sailing. So we are on the timeline of the nebula. So we've got this unknown moon, which we don't quite know. I don't think they have. We don't know enough to find that site. Pre-Empire site is somewhere. Withering Palace. Whoever Kalia had been, she'd been restored in its orangery. What's more, Six believes the metal hoops from the Grave Road was there. Not only that, but we've had curious stories of artifacts found in the same place. What this site might have been, I have no idea. I could look around here, try and pick up more artifacts to narrow down the precise location, or I could explore avenues until I know something else. So, we've not been to Renaki yet. We've been to the highlight, to the moon. That's where we are. We know of the unknown moon there, the Withering Palace, pre-Empire site. We've done the Emperor's Graveyard. Let's take a look at our inscriptions. Solved. Solvable. I still don't really know how. Follow. There we go. So if star is that, stars should be that. You would think. Does it not like it? Okay. We're fine, we're fine. We've got it. Right, let's move on. Where have we not been? We've not been to Renaki yet, have we? Huang told me about a trader called Amadou who knows about an ancient observatory. Could it be the one that Remba wanted to find? I've never been there. I could go there next. Let's set for Renaki. Mistress, we are receiving a message. It is from Professor Miyari. Put her through. I was not awaiting permission, mistress. Alia, where are you? Following a lead. Ha! Next you'll be asking for a pay rise. This isn't a social call. I wanted to let you know we're having a celebration for Remba here at the university. You don't have to attend, but I thought I'd let you know. You want me to come? I think it might be good for your soul. And I think your soul needs all the help it can get. Come on, Alia. Come home, Alia, right away. That is all she sent, mistress. Okay. Let's take to the river. Well, to me, I think we should go back for the funeral. Or celebration, whatever they want to call it. So we can do, okay. So Miyari wants me to return for Remba's funeral. She's also waiting for me to deliver the crown to her if I ever get it back from Oroi. And as always, I could show some of my recent books and hide into Huang. He loves old texts. And he might know something about the Withering Place. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go back to Iox. Okay, let's sail the seas. The Garden Moon was a most curious find, mistress. The Holy Empire was founded on a belief in rebirth. Let's go this way. They believed in the Great Loop. Graveyards were unnecessary. Either of the routes lead to our destination, mistress? Let's go left. Perhaps the Emperors did not believe in the loop. Humans, I have observed, are fickle. That's true. We're going straight. Boom.
All the rivers of the nebula flow to Iox in the end. If you tie off your sail, Iox is where you'll wash up. It's the heart of the nebula. Or else, it's the gutter.
That site was built during the Empire. But the statue was carved in ancient times, like the one on Moresi. Then perhaps the garden was built around the goddess herself. Here we are, back in Ioxian space. Set us down 6. Rember's funeral is about to start. What do you think, 6? I believe they are just beginning, mistress. We're not too late then. I believe our timing to be perfect, mistress. Alia, quickly! Miari was waiting for you to arrive. We weren't sure you really were coming. How are you doing, Huang? Me? I'm fine. It's sad, but I didn't know Yannick well. Lead the way. Lead the way, Huang. I will wait here, mistress. Try not to rust. I will lick myself clean, mistress. This way, Alia. Yannick was a great believer in the loop. Do you believe in it, Huang? Of course. The loop makes sense. Try to keep your head bowed. Here she comes. Oh, I've got an internet quality problem. Friends, colleagues, brothers and sisters, thank you for coming. Today we gather to recommend our brother Yannick Renber to the waters. Who's the lady? I don't recognise her. I think that's Renber's mother. I wondered if you knew her. She's from Elbereth. Good of Miari to invite her. But of course she invited her. Wouldn't you expect your mother at your funeral? Yannick Renber was our friend, our brother, our teacher, for some a confidant, for others an inspiration. He has left us too soon, but we trust that he will be returned. Renber often travelled to Elbereth to see his family. He was like you in that way. In what way? Not afraid to sail. Yannick's departure is a deep loss to the university. His work here has changed our little community more than most of you may know. But it is in his absence, however brief, that will be truly felt. She really believes this. Of course. What do you believe?
My Ari paused a moment and then emptied something out of the hourglass.
So Remba begins another journey around the Great Loop. As we remember him, so he sails the rivers above. What did Miari pour into the river? Remba's ashes. Really? Of course. From the waters they'll wash out to the stars. It's a lie.
The people began to sing. The words were weird and old.
The loops.
The sound drifted up and away into the nebula. Maybe Remba could hear us. Maybe not. Didn't matter. It was beautiful anyway.
She can't have poured his ashes in because there was no body to get the ashes from. Those that are gone will return. Those that return will depart.
The chanting died away. There were echoes. Then they were gone too.
Friends, thank you for coming. Yannicki will be grateful for your support.
The people began to murmur, then to talk.
Trophy. For the funeral. Offer my condolences. Good faith. Good faith. Good faith to you. You're Yannicki's mother? They think he's coming back. I can't understand it. They believe different things here on Eox, or Iox. But I don't understand it either. My son was one of them. In the end, he was happy here. Did you know my boy? He was well liked. Was he? Such a sullen boy. But I can't believe he's gone. For his heart to stop so young. Alia! I see you've met Anit. Mistress Alessara here is one of the most gifted thinkers. Please, I'd just like to spend some time with my boy. I barely saw him when he was alive. You didn't visit Elbereth? Not for years. His work was so important to him. Please. More dodginess. That was a lovely eulogy. It was barely sufficient. But thank you, and thank you for coming. I know you were sceptical of the loop. He believed, so here I am. He would appreciate that. You said to Remba went to Elbereth frequently, but his mother said she hadn't seen him there for years. Maybe he was going somewhere else. He always said he was going to Elbereth. I don't trust you either. Remba was from Elbereth? Indeed. Did you think you were the only shining jewel from the mine? He worked with machines there. That was where my predecessor found him. He recognised Remba's gifts immediately. Quite a different story than your own, I'm sure you'll agree. Ooh. Little Miss Moose. Alia. I will be in my office. I very much hope to see you. You do not have the crown. I fear she will be most disappointed when I tell her. So how did an empress end up inside a Mauritian figure in the middle of nowhere? Someone died out there. Surely that wasn't an emperor, was it? So why did the last emperor draw a map to the emperor's graveyard? Simply because she was dying? Emperors believe in the loop, mistress. But to be reborn, you must be burned. Unlike all those before him, the last emperor faced true death. Ah. Perhaps the emperor drew the map to tell his soul where to go. But if Remba's found the body of the last emperor on that moon near Moresi, why was he hiding robes and sending Miari brooches? It seems clear he considered a great secret. Perhaps because someone claimed to be the emperor returned? Does anyone claim to be the Emperor Reborn? Not publicly. But the university, as you know, has its priesthood. They allocate power as they see fit. Remba was a dedicated member. As is Professor Miari. Alia, a beautiful service, don't you think? My first funeral. Not your first. What did she mean by not my first? Who was that anyway? It's like the tree on the lush moon. Indeed, mistress. I believe this one may be a clipping from that one. We're not going upstairs. Let's see if we can do anything in the library. Alia, I didn't know what to do with myself. You miss Remba? No. Is that bad? I mean, I didn't know him. What about you? What are you doing? I had some artifacts to show you. Oh, that sounds good. Inscribed shattered statuette. May I take a look? There is a fragment of an inscription. I read it as Death Goddess welcomes you. Yes, I think you're correct about welcomes. Yes. Thanks, Wang. Interesting. I've seen something similar, I think. That was also inscribed. Now where is it? Come on, Huang. Give me inscription joys. Here. This is the inscription found on a battered silver effigy. It was found in a Renaki house a few months ago. Nice. I recognise quite a lot of that. This is one phrase run together. I can add my own translation to will for my dictionary for now. Nice. God's will. Light sail. Maybe? God's will part stars? I think that's right. Do you have any more like that? But you better... No, nothing comes to mind. The curators will be most interested in the statue, I'm sure. Take it. Good faith to you. I'll be back shortly. Just want to see if I can have a mosey around anything else in it. Don't look like it. So that now means solvable. We will live forever. Yep, because we now know the word will. Wrong. Time to depart, mistress. Not just yet. Withering Palace 6. Somewhere in Withering Ways, perhaps? Comes. Let's see what else we can do. Alia, you waited. Show him a text. I discovered a scrap of paper you might enjoy. Let's see now. This is a fragment of an inscription. I read it as Book of Words of Love. Yes, I think you're correct about words. Nice. I'm glad you agree. Did you ever hear of a withering place? Palace, sorry. Most likely an Empire period site, so not too old. The Withering Palace? Let me think. Yeah, I think the Annals mention it briefly. Let's see. And the lonely and the lost were pilgrims to the palace beyond the garden, where the best remained as mirrors of wise thought. What does that mean? I have no idea. Beyond the garden might be a clue. We found a garden. Sounds delightful. Thank you. Why? And how come you knew of where to look that up? I study the Annals a lot, Alia. I can't believe you haven't read it, given your work. It's not all loop theology. I've got a few things for the curators. Glad to hear it. Another thing. How are things down here? I've been researching loop text grammar. It's taking all my time. Take a look at this battered reliquary. Let me see. What's left of the inscription reads, "Follow the holy light." Fascinating. Now, I've seen something like that. If I remember right, it also had a script. Let me see now. I've really got to tidy up sometime. This was written on a shattered wooden chest. It was found buried here on Iox. Let me think. Maybe that's not connect. So if that's star and should, we know what will is close to that as well. Hang on. Make time for love. Does make time for love work? Do you have any more like that? Let me see. No, nothing comes to mind. Shall I archive the battered liquidary? No, I'm not finished yet. Oh, well, of course. You can show me your other finds later, perhaps. Ew. I'll see you soon, Huang. See you soon. Don't trust him. Are you ready to go now, mistress? No, we need to... I would take that as a no. I was thinking about the hopper eye aboard the Nightingale 6. I know what it does, but what is a hopper eye? The eye is a focus, mistress, nothing more. It receives and reparticulates the hopper signal. Think of it as a funnel into which the sands of your being are poured. Creepy. I'd rather not think about that. That sounds terrifying. We've used it many times, mistress. Its safety is quite evident. Right, this is going to go down like a lead balloon, but let's see how we get on. Alia, I wanted to thank you for coming to the service. His mother appreciated having another Elberethian here. His mother seemed to think he died here on Iox. What did you tell her? I told her he had an accident with his equipment. I didn't tell her that her son had disappeared off-river into the depths of the nebula. She would worry for his soul, Alia, if you can understand that. Why would she worry about his soul? Souls are carried by the rivers, Alia. The rivers are nothing but ghosts and voices. To die off-river is unthinkable. Nice view you have from here. Yes, it is. There are a few other trees on Iox, of course, but I'd happily chop them all down if I kept this one going a little longer. Professor, the tree's important to you? As it would be to you, I think, if you knew of its history. And what is its history? Oh, I'm sure Huang can tell you. I'll ask him. You have more books than Huang. Those books are not his, nor are these ones mine. What does that mean? Oh, is there a copy of Mazwai here? Of course. You know Mazwai was a sailor and a scholar. Like me, you mean? Perhaps. Perhaps you'll write a book before the fall comes again, Alia. I don't trust anyone. And Alia, the crown? I haven't forgotten. Neither have we, don't worry. Are you ready to go yet, mistress? We still have more here to do. Do robots know 6? When they're activated, I mean. Most things, mistress. They're unlike human children. They talk and move fluidly. is still about. Will he attack to us though? No. Screw you, Huang. They don't know who built them. No, mistress. At least I do not. Alia. Good faith to you. Am I supposed to know you? The robots know, mistress. Something someone said to me. Perhaps they were thinking of the ethical core. I suppose no one knows this is a copy. Doesn't seem good enough for the mighty Iox. Let's get off this rock. This way, mistress. And so we left the university. Okay. Let's get out of here. Aboard the Nightingale. I could sail forever. Interesting, mistress. Could you sail forever, or would you run out of sky? Time to move on. I'll prepare the tackle, mistress. Okay. So for me, my friend, the machinist, Auroya, lives in a citadel. She's probably finished looking by the crown by now. She's able to tell me what the metal hoop with the graveyard was. I could go there next. Right, I want to go to Renaki because it's new. Let's plot a course. And let's sail. What's the worst that could happen? We need to turn right up ahead, mistress. Okay. Will do. Robots know ethics, speech, but nothing that only they know. Perhaps robots once knew more than they know now. Get left. And again. I'm thinking our guess about Remba finding robots and Moresi must be wrong. That box was old artifacts. Nothing to do with robots at all. Indeed, mistress. How old is the nightingale, mistress? I'm not sure. Nearly 1,500 years old, maybe? Just disregard the next turning, mistress. That's because we aren't going to Moresi this time. Oop. I finished my consideration of the stone in the statues, mistress. Good. I believe I have a rough location for where the statues were constructed. Ooh. How? Radiation interference patterns caught within the subsurface chisel marks on the stone surface, of course. Thanks, 6. To summarise it, it would be obvious if it is obvious if you look. Ooh, what have we got here? Approach shipwreck. Don't mind if I do. Excuse me. A shipwreck! It is a wreck from ancient times, mistress. This should only take a few moments. I recovered a charred, wood-bound book. Just floating out there. The spine has been marked too. Oh. This one is a blotted fragment from an even longer phrase. Nothing. Wang will be able to help me finish it up. Continue on the silk path. Don't mind if I do. This route leads straight ahead here, mistress. Thank you very much. 6. By the rivers. Canal. through it yet. Renaki Reach. Hello, hello, hello. Let's hop her down 6. Avoid some notice. Renaki, a market moon, far beyond the reach of Iox. Awesome. Let's go. What we got?
We came to Renaka like thieves, hoppering ourselves into a narrow alley between high blank walls.
Sounds busy out there. I would estimate the local population to be around 12,000. The odds of finding one man here, therefore, pathetic. Let's hope he's important then. The more important he is, the less likely he'd be roaming the streets, mistress. This way. I'm confident Amidu is not hiding in this alleyway, mistress. Okay. I was just checking though. Look at all this. Do you find the rubbish enlightening, mistress? Once an archaeologist, always an archaeologist. You make it sound like a stain, mistress. Wang must have loved this place. I suppose that's why he came here. For the last time, is this wise, mistress? We are far from Iox. We are likely to attract considerable attention. Try not to be too weird, then. I am a robot, mistress. I do not get to choose how to deport myself, or where I go. Act natural. Hopefully no one will realise.
We snuck out of the alley mouth into a bustling street. Hawkers shouted each other down about their wares.
The people here seem affluent. My analysis of the air suggests a high moisture content. Rugs? Pattern similar to the one on the Nightingale. Miari gave me that one. Maybe I could retire somewhere like this. It seems comfortable. Amethyst plums? Look at the people here, 6. Are they avoiding anything? Treating anywhere with particular caution? I detect no unusual patterns of movement. Perhaps there is an open space in that direction. People are slowing down as they leave the street. Place doesn't seem wealthy compared to Iox. Iox is staggeringly wealthy, mistress. Iox is wealthy enough not to trade. Ooh, good faith to you, fine lady. Would the lady care for a flat mango, perhaps? Where do you get your fruit from? It seems very fresh. It is fresh indeed. I grow it myself. Carnival grapes. Fizzy just today. Yeah, what are those? Ah, I see the lady is from Iox. Something less exotic then. Perhaps I can interest you in a kumquat fist? I'm just browsing. As you wish. I don't recognise half these fruits. Do you grow them locally? I grow them in my tubs on my roof. I'm blessed with several roofs. Are you now? Perhaps I should begin stopping passers-by. But haven't you noticed, Six? Most people run away at the sight of you. People don't like robots. Seems a bit harsh. Lanterns. I wonder if the glass is blown locally. Who is this Amadou, mistress? A merchant. But what of... I have no idea. Let's buy an apple. I'd like an apple. Of course. I prefer jewellery and gold. You want to change jewellery for fruit? Jewellery is very good for trading, good lady. So, is fruit. I've got nothing for you. I've already traded my jewellery off elsewhere, mate. Soz. I really must get myself another customer. Ooh. There's a few more people through
here.
The
market of Ranaka seemed to never end. Shoemakers sold boots to the fruit sellers, who sold sour apples to the knife makers, whose blades the shoemakers used to make boots. I don't know if anyone on Ranaka ever slept, but if they did, I bet they bought and sold their dreams.
This place is so happy. I can't imagine Elbereth being like this. Wealth and distance from Iox. Pottery. They can't sell all of these, surely. Unless they break after every meal. Your eyes open. Maybe Amadou has a banner or something. My eyes do not close, mistress. They do not exist.
A fountain was messing about in the middle of the square, spitting at passers-by.
Can you imagine a fountain like this on Elbereth? To spilling water into the street. Do you think anyone would stop me filling a bottle? I doubt the water is drinkable. The water would still be worth a goat or two on Elbereth, even if it isn't drinkable. I wonder where the water comes from. Is there a wellspring right here? No, mistress. I believe the water is pumped out and cycled. A show of wealth, then. Vases, if you're American. I could keep my paintbrushes in them if I had painted. Or flowers. I wonder what people here use them for. They're for oil and water. For bathing. How could you not know that? Hello. Yes? My name's Alia. Can I help you? I was reading. What's your book? I like books. There's nothing wrong with that, is there? I love books too. Do you? I barely have any. I have a friend who loves reading. He was here on Renaki quite recently. I see. Where are you from, anyway? You're a Renakian, I suppose. Let's not answer the question. Of course I am. I'm no sailor, obviously. I'm looking for a man called Amadou. The servo dealer? Yes, I know him. That's his marquee above the lizard cellar. You've already got one. This one's on loan. You must have fine friends then. Oh, that's there are whole libraries on Iox. Iox? I've always wanted to visit a real library. Perhaps we could come to some kind of arrangement. Oh, no. No, I don't think so. Besides, my father would never allow it. I'm sorry to trouble you. I'll let you read. Good faith to you, lady. I must get back to my work. Bread! Smells good. Must be fresh. Can't imagine how it smells. That's a good point, actually. How would robots smell?
I could smell fried meat, spiced apple, fresh leather, wealth.
This isn't quite Primark, but okay. There's the shopkeeper. I could steal a pair and run off in them. Perhaps they are so badly made they would trip you up. Half of these stalls don't have merchants. Aren't they worried about thieves? Perhaps these people are rich enough to be honest. Or perhaps the punishment for stealing is extreme. Forgive me, but do either of you know Amadou? Amadou? No, I don't know anyone by that name. There's a trader here, I think. Everyone is a trader in Renac. How else would one eat? Farewell, fine lady. You must be alone. Baskets woven from grass. One basket looks the same as another to me, mistress. Do to you. Ooh. A cook. Hungry 6. Hilarious. It is to be fair. They seem to sell everything here. Look in here. Those are lizards, aren't they? Gecko. All colours. I want a gecko. Want to buy a lizard 6? Why would I want to buy a lizard? You never know when you might need a lizard. Indeed, mistress. I will note this location should I encounter a lizard requiring a village. You sell lizards? Buy gecko? Finest gecko, it climbs walls. Can reach hard to reach places. How much does one cost? 33. $6. I'm going to buy a gecko. I will not carry it, mistress. I'll carry the gecko. Respectfully, mistress, you did not come here for a gecko. And I am not having a gecko clambering around inside my lower drawers. I'll buy a stripy one, please. Let's see what you've bought. I prefer ancient and mysterious things. Something small. Offer the warm coin. Well, it's not the best piece, but I'll need more to cover it. Do you know how old the worn coin is? So it is weak, fragile. Ugh. But this too? I've seen worse, I suppose. You have a deal. Oh, it's a trophy! I genuinely didn't think that that would actually be a thing that we could do. Mistress, I think your gecko has escaped. Very possible. Gecko's very quick. Oh, lost a gecko. my tablet back. You want more gecko? This time you hold it tight by the neck. You didn't tell me that before. I think you know how gecko work. Gecko very hard to catch. My job catching gecko is very hard.
A fat man with a scarf flashed a cheeky smile at me as he walked away.
I think everyone here is like that. It would seem improbable. Surely they would have all starved. I want my gecko. Ooh, jars of water. Or oil, perhaps. Right, so if I remember rightly, it would be up here. This looks interesting. Who are you? You're Amadou? What do you want? I was told you could help me. You want a servo? Are you buying? You've got one already. I'm not here about robots. Then what do you want? I've come to ask you about an ancient observatory. That's a strange thing to ask a servo dealer about. What makes you think I know any observatory might be? A friend of mine told me to talk to you. So the little Ioxian with the big ears has sent a bigger Ioxian. But what is my discovery worth to this one? I found an observatory, it's true. Why don't you tell me where it is so I can go? Why don't I? A shimmering idea. Perhaps I could throw in a servo into the bargain. What do you think? I'm only asking for information. Information is an asset. Alright then, what do you want? That is a fine looking robot you have. You can't have my robot. Really, mistress? It speaks. Wonderful. A pity you do not really want to find that observatory. I'd happily trade the robot, but it isn't mine to trade. I don't see anyone else around. Mistress, please. I am not yours to sell. Trust me, 6. This is the best thing for you. That does not seem likely. Are you going to cut away 6's head? Certainly not. My servos are in prime condition. But they don't seem to have their heads as their decision. Yours is a masterpiece. think I want to know what I'm agreeing to. How old is the observatory? What state is it in? Let me tell you about the observatory. I've walked its corridors, seen ancient machines. It is built on 3 levels, each is circular, wider than the one above, so that it looks like it must topple from the sky, yet it stands. But perhaps that is enough for you? That's not enough. I disagree, fine lady. Now, we discuss a price. Then I think we have a deal. Excellent. Mistress, please! A glass of water, then, to settle the matter and the stomach. Is that from the fountain down there? By the good goddess, no. I'm not in the habit of murdering my clients. It's not good for business. Then thank you. Now, transfer ownership to me. Tell me what I want to know first. Ha! The lady jokes, of course. I'm not joking. Fine lady, consider the situation. I'm a respectable businessman with a reputation to secure. You are some kind of vagabond who intends to leave this moon at a moment's notice. You will trust me. All right. 6. Only your primary user can transfer ownership, right? Your understanding of the situation is correct, mistress. Somehow this sort of thing always happens to my robots. I transfer what possession I have of you to this man. Excellent. Now, let's put that to the test. Robot, please forcibly eject this young lady. Indeed, master. I can show myself out, since I'm not your primary user anymore. By the goddess and all her fingers, what about the hopper? Am I stuck here? Miari is actually going to kill me this time. Forgive me, but do you live on Renaki? I do. Someone told me a gecko, but I don't know why. I have to keep the flies away from your fruit. Why else would you buy a gecko? Good faith, lady. Big moon. Did you just get thrown off Amadou's rooftop? That Amadou is a crook. I'm sorry? You know him, do you? Fairly well. He's my father. Can you talk some sense into him? I don't know what he did to you, apart from throw you out. I'm sure he had his reasons. I should report him. Who to? People here are quite loyal to him, you'll find. Follow me. We'll get this sorted out. Father. Now what's this? Mina, my dear, what are you getting involved with? I can't have this. Give me back my robot or tell me what you owe me. Father, just give her back her servo. I want to read my book, not settle your arguments. I am a dedicated servo dealer. I know how these things work. For example, I know how ownership is transferred. I think perhaps you don't. You're right, I don't. You don't own this robot any more than, well, than I do. It's owned by someone on Iox. But you don't know who exactly? Most curious. I'm interested in the observatory, but I'm not reckless. As it happens, I don't know where the observatory is. Whoever sent you to me was misinformed. Misinformed by you? Certainly possible. But I do know something of the place. Here. It's out there somewhere, the observatory. This may help you find it. It seems to be inscribed. Nice. This is one of a fractured piece of an even longer phrase. I believe I remember the word me, mistress. I'm also convinced of safe. Yes! Finished. Hold me safe. Curious. What is this thing? Something I found floating in the desperate ways, alongside some of my stock. What's your cut? When you find the observatory, and I think maybe you will, then any servos you find inside, any robots, you bring them to me. Alright, you have a deal. A real one this time. Excellent. No need to drink on it. Last time will do for now. I look forward to your return.
The size of this place was nothing compared to Elbereth. But it was more packed with life. More colour, more people, more business, more hope.
That could have gone worse. Could have gone considerably worse, mistress. That man owned cutting tools. Amadou wouldn't have cut you open, Six. I think, anyway. May I activate the hopper now, mistress? Yeah, do it. Be ready. So we left the surface of Renaki, the Market Moon. With enough new information to locate a new site, Amadou's Observatory. Nice. And I think that we will leave this here, depending on what scene we get here. The bracelet from Amadou appears a genuine artifact, mistress. So we can trace it. We can, mistress. Mistress, please do not abandon me like that again, even if I was playing along. Aww. Are you scared? For you, yes. Despite all this time together, you still do not understand my ethical core. That is very true. Amadou claimed this came from an observatory, but I still don't know what it is. Or I might recognise it. That's a good shout. We need to go to her for the crown anyway. Right, well thank you very much for watching this on catch up, since I think everyone is busy this evening, because I've been normally streaming this on a Friday. You guys will take care, and I'm sure part 5 will be coming up VV shortly. Cheers, bye.